Steve Hilton with me this morning. Steve, it seems like we're looking at a longer auto industry strike. It's certainly been expanded today. Does this actually hurt Biden politically?
I think it does, because it shows that he's pushing two contradictory things at once. He wants the green agenda, as you said, and he claims he wants jobs and higher earnings for working people. But of course, the record is different to that. Now, what's going on here is actually a really big shift in the industry of the country, because whether or not you accelerate the EV push through subsidies, which I agree with you, shouldn't be the way you do it. If people want electric vehicles, that's great. They should buy them in a free and open market in the normal way. But regardless of the pace of it, you're going to be moving towards electric vehicles, which are much simpler to make. They don't require as much labor. So this is in the same category as the kind of automation-fueled job losses that we've seen in many sectors for decades. And so that is something that no one can stand in the way of. And I think what you're going to see more likely is that these car manufacturers are going to say, well, we've had it with these states where the unions are so strong. We're going to move to the places in the country or in the world where we can make the cars more cheaply without this union roadblock in the way. And so I think in the end, that damages both the union and Biden politically.
Steve, I want to talk about the Senate dress code. Senator Dick Durbin breaking away from Schumer after he relaxed the dress code for John Fetterman. Durbin says, quote, "We need to have standards and the Senate should act on it." Steve, bearing in mind that I've never, ever seen you in a suit and coat and tie, whose side are you on, Schumer or Fetterman?
I knew you would bring that. Look, remember, I did wear one out of respect around the death of Queen Elizabeth. That was a very important mark of respect that I wanted to show. And I think that's the point here, that you're right. I haven't worn a tie for many years and sort of in an everyday sense, but I still think it's important to show respect when you're dealing with an institution that's been around for a long time, and there's a certain code that goes with that, and you're representing the people. So I'm very much with those who think that actually you don't have to exactly wear the precise uniform that's prescribed, but show some respect. Yeah. And wearing a suit is not exactly some massive burden for John Fetterman or anyone else when they go to the United States Senate.
Quick question on gas prices. Regular now averages in California $5.78. It's up 26 cents in a week, up 52 cents just in a month. That's extraordinary. How are they dealing with it in California?
Ignoring it. That's what they're doing, ignoring it, because they know that, like almost everything else that's going wrong in California, it's another self-inflicted wound. This is mainly the result of tax increases and regulatory changes that make the price of gas more expensive. And by the way, it connects to our first story here today, Stuart, because all these demands for higher wages, the strikes that you're seeing, they are all fueled by a rising cost of living. And the cost of living is going up almost always as a direct result of these Democrat left-wing policies. So the answer is not to keep raising wages, it's to deal with the things that are pushing the cost of living up.
Good luck in California. We'll see you again soon, Steve.